Most rappers love to flex their cars. Bugattis, Lambos, Rolls-Royces. But Kendrick Lamar, he's not like them. From his Cadillac to his Mercedes, let's check out 8 of the wildest and most expensive cars in his garage. Believe me, you'd want to know a lot more about the man being this year's Super Bowl's halftime hit. Number 8 on our list is Kendrick Lamar's Cadillac Seville, the first car he ever bought. Now, you might be thinking, a 92 Caddy? That's not exactly a Lambo. But don't get it twisted. This wasn't just any old ride. Popping open the Seville's hood revealed a 4.9-liter V8 that oozed 200 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. Its front-wheel drives with a 4-speed automatic transmission, pushing Kendrick to hit 60 in about 8.9 seconds. Not the fastest, but definitely respectable for an old luxury car. Cadillac put in work on this body. It was about 204 inches long, had a wide stance, a body-colored grille, and pretty chrome touches that made it a neck breaker. Its inside was another deal of its own. Classic leather seats, power-adjustable front seats, a premium sound system with a CD player, top-tier features to keep Mr. Kendrick on a really nice cruise. Gas mileage? Well, this Cadillac was no Prius. It averaged 15 miles per gallon in the city and 23 on the highway, which wasn't exactly fuel efficient, but with an 18.8-gallon tank, Kendrick wasn't stopping for gas every 5 minutes. Back when he got this vehicle, it was valued around $35,000. Today, for one in good condition, the price could range between $20,000 to almost $50,000. For Kendricks with the history behind it, you'd probably need more than 50 grand just to start the conversation. If you thought Kendrick's Cadillac was luxury on wheels, wait till you see what comes next. He leveled up, and I mean big time. This next car won the International Engine of the Year award 4 years in a row. Now that's an upgrade you would definitely want to hear about. For number 7, Kendrick's Ferrari 488 GTB. This was the very car that brought Ferrari back into the turbo engine game. Besides having Kendrick's name tied to it, what makes this car special? Well, sitting in the engine area is a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 that pushes out a wild 661 horsepower and can hit 60 in less than seconds. Add its max speed of more than 205, and yeah, it's a crazy speed demon made for the 22-time Grammy Award winner. Let's go inside. The car's interior is another wonder of the world. There's premium leather and Alcantara almost everywhere, carbon fiber making up a good part of the dashboard. Then there's the steering wheel with its wild controls, and of course, the super solid infotainment system. When this vehicle first hit the market, it came with a $280,000 price tag. Definitely not cheap. But for Kendrick, let's just say he didn't blink. And judging by how much time he spends with this bad boy, it's safe to say he got his money's worth. Kendrick doesn't flaunt his cars like some artists do. So when it comes to cars, you already know he's not picking something just to show off, he's picking legacy. And that's exactly what his Porsche 911 Carrera S is all about. Let's talk numbers. 3.0-liter, twin-turbo flat-6 engine, 443 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's the kind of speed where if you blink, you might miss it. And with a top speed of 191 miles an hour, this isn't just a sports car, it's a missile on wheels. But here's where it gets wild. Porsche didn't just build it to be fast, it's balanced. The 8-speed dual-clutch transmission shifts seamlessly, and the 20-inch front, 21-inch rear wheels keep it glued to the road. Even small details, like flush door handles that improve aerodynamics, show how Porsche engineers think of everything. Now take a step inside. The dashboard takes inspiration from 1970s 911s, with a clean layout and a centrally placed tachometer, flanked by 2 frameless digital displays. The infotainment system? A 10.9-inch touchscreen controlling everything from navigation to media. And if anyone opted for the 18-way adaptive Sport Seats Plus, then comfort wasn't sacrificed for performance. Driving in the rain? Check. The wet mode senses water on the road and tweaks the stability control. Late night cruise? Another check. The night vision assist uses a thermal camera to detect hazards before you see them. Long road trip? Come on. The adaptive cruise control keeps the ride as smooth as butter. Back in 2020, this model started at $113,200. Today, its value could be all soft and all hard on your wallet, depending on mileage. But yeah, 911s are always worth it. And why? Because they're built to last, just like Kendrick's legacy in hip-hop. A ride that perfectly fits Kendrick's vibe, low-key but undeniably powerful. It's not about being flashy, it's about moving with presence. Under the hood, the Phantom packs a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine, pushing out 563 horsepower and an impressive 664 pound-feet of torque. This isn't a sports car, but it still hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. That's quicker than some SUVs half its size. And it does it without breaking a sweat. No drama. Just effortless motion. Outside, the Phantom is pure class. The signature Pantheon grille and the Spirit of Ecstasy emblem on the hood let you know this isn't just any luxury sedan, it's the luxury sedan. And if we're talking about Kendrick's style, that all-black finish, the car's vibe checks out. Step inside, and it's like walking into a private jet on wheels. The cabin is wrapped in the finest leather, handcrafted wood, and of course, the famous Starlight headliner, a custom feature that makes the roof look like a night sky filled with stars. Rolls-Royce doesn't do basic interiors. The Phantom isn't just luxury, it's tech-forward. A 10.25-inch infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, built-in Wi-Fi, rear seat entertainment. But the real star? The custom-engineered sound system. It is built specifically to give you an immersive listening experience, perfect for someone like Kendrick, who lives and breathes music. If you're listening to Pimp a Butterfly in a Phantom, you're hearing it the way Kendrick intended. As for the starting price, well, let's just say it's a bit less than $500,000, $450,000 to be exact. Add in custom details, and the price hits the sky. What happens when Lamborghini, a brand known for insane supercars, decides to build an SUV? You get the Urus. One look, and you know this isn't just another luxury SUV. Let's take a moment to adore its engine. The Urus runs on a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that gives out around 640 horsepower and an amazing 627 pounds-feet to the wheels. With this, it can get to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. Believe me, for an SUV, that's some insane numbers. Oh, and it has a top speed of 190 miles an hour. So yeah, supercar DNA right there. The Urus looks aggressive, with massive air intakes, sharp lines, and a low, wide stance. Lamborghini didn't tone it down. They turned it all the way up. It's got the soul of an Aventador, just with more space. And the best part? Customization. Owners can tweak everything, colors, wheels, even brake calipers, to make it their own. Tech-wise, it's stacked. A fully digital gauge cluster, 2 touchscreens in the center, and a premium sound system that makes music feel like a live concert. And because this beast needs to stay in control, it's loaded with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and all-wheel drive. Kendrick has been seen around some seriously nice cars, but one moment that stood out was his performance at the 2018 Bright Awards. He performed on top of a Lamborghini, making a statement in the most Kendrick way possible. It wasn't a Urus, but it showed his appreciation for the brand's bold, artistic style. The Urus isn't cheap. It starts at around $235,000, and that price climbs fast if you start adding custom features. Fuel economy? Not its strong suit, but you don't buy a Lambo SUV to worry about gas mileage. You get it for the speed, the sound, and the feeling of driving something that turns heads everywhere you go. Kendrick Lamar and the Range Rover? That's a connection that runs deep, maybe as deep as blood. If you've listened to The Heart Part 5, you've probably caught the line where he raps, "I do this for my culture, to let y'all know what a neon look like in a bulletproof Rover." He's not just throwing out car references for the sake of it. Kendrick actually owns a 2018 Land Rover Range Rover Sport. Now, the 2018 Range Rover Sport wasn't just any SUV. Land Rover gave it a mid-cycle refresh, tweaking the exterior with a new front grille, updated headlights, and, well, sleeker bumpers. They even threw in some fresh 21 and 22-inch wheel designs to keep it real sharp. Inside, they slimmed down the front seats and added optional semi-aniline leather upholstery. Because if you're rolling in a range, comfort is a must-have. Kendrick's Range Rover uses a supercharged 3.0-liter V6 engine that produces 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. Paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, this beast launches from 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds and tops out at 130 miles an hour. Not bad for an SUV that can also climb mountains if you ask it to. Kendrick is a perfectionist when it comes to sound, so you know he wasn't settling for basic audio. The Meridian sound system turns the cabin into a private concert. Every lyric, every bass drop, it all hits differently in this setup. Add in a digital instrument cluster, Bluetooth, USB ports, and an optional Wi-Fi hotspot. And voila! When Kendrick got his hands on this SUV, the starting price was around $67,745. Fast forward to 2025, and you'd be looking at somewhere between $35,000 and $45,000 if you wanted to snag one for yourself. You know, Kendrick Lamar's BMW i8 is one of those cars that you don't just see and turn your head, you've got to stare. Back in 2017, he added this to his collection, and it's just crazy. The BMW i8 is a plug-in hybrid that mixes speed with eco-friendly tech. For the engine, there's a turbocharged 1.5-liter 3-cylinder working alongside electric motors and pushing out a solid 357 horsepower. That's enough to launch it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 4.2 seconds, with a top speed capped at 155. BMW didn't hold back on the design. Nope. The i8 was built with carbon fiber and aluminum to keep it lightweight without sacrificing strength. And then there are those doors. Not just regular doors, butterfly doors that swing upward like something out of a superhero's garage. Inside, there's an 8.8-inch iDrive infotainment system, built-in navigation, and a premium Harman Kardon sound system. Even the materials inside are eco-friendly, keeping up with the car's green credentials. Kendrick didn't just buy the i8, he put it on display. You might have spotted it in his 2017 music video for his loyalty song with Rihanna, whose Insta is actually crazy. When it first hit the market, the i8 had a price of around $143,400. Even though BMW didn't make a ton of them, buying me today would be like buying a piece of art from the BCs. And at the very top, Kendrick Lamar's G-Wagon. This thing isn't just about looks. It comes with a 4.0-liter twin turbocharged V8, pushing out 416 horsepower. That's enough to take it from 0 to 60 in about 5.8 seconds. Even though it's built to handle rough terrain, it's just as comfortable cruising through the city. For a vehicle that looks like an armored truck, that's insane. And here's the best part. It's not just a city cruiser. With full-time all-wheel drive and 3 locking differentials, this G-Wagon can comfortably say, "They not like us." Inside, the rugged exterior totally disappears. It goes from a tough SUV to a first-class lounge on wheels, premium leather, wood trim, a high-end Harman/Kardon sound system that probably makes Kendrick's own tracks sound even better. Back when it dropped, the 2018 G-Class had a starting price of around $123,600. And thanks to its long life as good looks, well-kept models are now selling for as high as $200,000. So yeah, it's one heck of a ride. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Got a celebrity car collection you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one.